Hi, me again. I just thought I would break this into two because the last one's getting kind of long. But this video is about my recovery from thyroid surgery. So who I'm looking to talk to here is anybody who's going to have thyroid surgery. If you're nervous or scared about what's going to happen and you don't know, kind of like I was totally blind. I had no idea what to expect. I did make a video that discussed what my surgery was like and how it went. If that would comfort you to listen to that, you can go find it. But this one is about what recovery was like. So I had heard, and the doctor said take a week off. So my surgery was on a Monday, and I did not return to work until the following Monday. I had heard that pain wasn't too bad, and that was my experience, that they sent me with Percocets, and I, after the first couple of days, didn't really need them. The ibuprofen was plenty. The biggest issues that I had were non-life-threatening and not a big, my throat really hurt, and that's a combination of the breathing tube and just the fact that you had throat surgery. So my nerves tested okay. If you've been researching thyroid surgery at all, recurrent laryngeal nerves sometimes can get damaged in this operation, and my doctor had a special monitor on my nerve and said everything tested fine, and that has been the case. My recurrent laryngeal nerve has been okay, but there still are some other changes that can happen apparently with your voice. For me, I was sore throat. I was very tired. Like the day after surgery, I thought I was doing pretty good, and then I laid down for what I thought would be a 20-minute nap, and literally was like almost 4 hours that I slept in the middle of the afternoon that I wasn't expecting. So I'm glad that I had my family to get the kids where they needed to go and keep them occupied. Even when the kids were home for the first couple of days, I had people home with me. So my surgery was on Monday. Wednesday, actually, we had planned to send the kids to my dad's house, but it snowed and the kids were off school for a snow day. So I was able to keep them occupied, and I was fine. They stared at their iPads all day and played Nintendo Switch, and I don't feel bad about it because I needed to rest. I am a runner. I did not run again until over a week. So I had surgery on Monday. I didn't go running until the following Tuesday. And I went for a very, very short, 20-minute easy run with a friend. And that went fine. Unfortunately, right after that, I caught a cold. So I've only had one other easy run since then. But for the first couple days, I was just tired. I was very glad to have somebody around to take care of the kids. I was nursing a throat lozenge for my sore throat pretty much all the time. And I've had some changes with my voice since surgery that are getting better, but didn't start getting better for about 10 days after surgery. So the whole pitch of my voice has dropped tremendously. So I have a much deeper voice now, and my range has gone from here to here. So I can't make high-pitched noises like I used to, and I work with animals, so I work in a vet hospital, so I do a lot of baby talking animals, and that hasn't come back yet, and I come in an exam room and say, oh, hi, little cute puppy, At first, I couldn't do that at all. It's getting better, literally just 3 days ago, so 10 days post-op was the first day I noticed an improvement. I also had a numb spot on my upper lip, and I had mentioned in my last video that I woke up with a swollen lip, and the leading theory there was that the ET tube had, maybe my lip was caught between the tube and my teeth during my procedure, and it didn't stay swollen, but it stayed numb for over a week. But when the feeling came back, it came back in a matter of a couple days. Like literally one day I was like, oh, I think it's getting better. And then the next day I was totally normal. So that took longer than I was expecting. I think overall the changes with my voice and that little numb spot took longer than I expected. And I had a post-op appointment with my ENT. She looked, did the camera to look at my vocal cords, and those are working fine. As best as she can see, but she did say sometimes there are some additional nerve issues that can cause exactly the issues that I'm having, decreased pitch and range and decreased projection. So I can't shout. So suddenly I am like the fakest calm mom ever because I can't yell at my children. So when I would like to yell at them, I don't even bother. I can't. because this is about as loud as my voice gets. So like we were at a swim party yesterday in an indoor swimming place, and you know how loud those places can be with people talking and the sound bouncing all over. Well, swim time was over and the lifeguards blew the whistles, and like 90% of the kids got out. Of course, my kids were still in there, and they weren't facing me or looking at me, and I'm saying, "Hey, it's time to come on, it's time to get out of the pool," at about that volume, which is getting drowned out by all the other sounds. I finally went to the lifeguard and I was like, "Can you yell at my kids for me? Because I can't. I just don't have it." So that's probably been a good, maybe it's been a good character builder for me, that I cannot rely on shouting at my children to get them to do things. But my doctor is fairly certain that that's going to return, and it can take months, and that's okay. I mean, ultimately, my cancer is gone, and I appreciate that tremendously. So pain-wise, recovery wasn't too bad. Mostly I was just tired. My throat hurt a lot for the first few days, and then after that, it's just taking longer than I expected for my voice to come back. But aside from that, recovery really has not been all that terrible. I almost feel everyone's like, "Oh, you're so brave and you're so, you know, great," and I feel like what I've been through doesn't even compare to what some of my friends have been through, and some other, you know, cancer survivors and warriors that I know. You know, what I had to go through was nothing compared to that. And I think that's the case for the majority of thyroid cancer. Good for us. So any questions I can handle for you, feel free to let me know. I think my surgeon did an awesome job. I'll get a little closer. This, I think, is pretty small. I'm impressed. She did give me the okay at my post-op to start massaging this with some like cocoa butter or vitamin E or Mederma or whatever floats your boat. But I think she did an amazing job. I'm very thankful. So hope you guys take care. Happy to chat if anybody ever wants to catch up with me to ask me more questions. Thanks.